Hey guys, Tyler here. Welcome back to Inscryption Kaycee's mod, the Endless Challenge Mode beta update that was recently added to the game. I am going to try again. So for this time, I'm going to pick a little bit of a different start. Instead of going for the no clover, I'm going to go for the pricey pelts, where the trapper pelts cost more, because I want to see the clover in action. And of course, as before, my pack will hold one less item. Here, I still get to trade pelts, don't I? Show me some exquisite pelts. So is this different? Hair pelts. Yeah, it's more different when I'm exchanging extra overkill things for pelts, which may not make sense if you haven't seen the main series. I'm going to take a porcupine added to my deck. And you know what? I'm going to figure out what this does. I'll take the tentacle beast. You have my gratitude. Righto, in the beginning, yeah, I'm going to take a totem. If I can get a powerful totem, the run is mine. I don't have any deer or insects, so I'm going to take the flight base. I could get some mileage out of that, surely. Time for a fight. All right. Opponent summoned a raven egg. Let me get my bullfrog down just so I could potentially have that block the raven, but I don't know if that's actually something I'm going to go through with. Take a squirrel. I'm going to play this. I'm actually going to sacrifice the bullfrog for the wolf right here. Doesn't fully kill, but it does block the elk fawn. And the raven's only going to deal 2. Elk fawn's going to move, and then I get a little bit extra damage for the win. With a little bit of extra, yeah, I said extra damage, 1 extra bone. So these bones, what I'm collecting right now, that is what I get to trade with the trapper for. I'm going to go for the sacrifice. Ooh, there's the 4-leaf clover. And you get to trade with the trapper to get more pelts, which can be then traded for cards. The sadistic pronghorn. Woe be to those that meet the end of its antlers. The elk and the moose buck. Or I could reroll. So I could have a pronghorn that moves and has 2 attack directions. I mean, that's probably the most interesting one. I want to make that work. Seems fun. And sacrifice. And actually, I could just sacrifice those sigils to a cheaper unit. That seems a lot better. Any symbols are just better on a 1-cost unit. So let's put it on my stoat. Yeah, bifurcating stoat. It's just perfect. Time for another fight. Gonna summon another raven egg. That I will again summon the bullfrog, but I don't know if I'm gonna keep that around. I think I'm gonna do the exact same play as last time because it looks like they're teeing me up to do exactly the same lineup. So why not take the 2, block the 1, and then get him next turn. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Why we having deja vu all of a sudden? And I get another bone. I got 3 bones now, so I could go to the trapper and get a pelt, or I could finish my totem. So let's complete a totem and see how that works out. First, the grizzly, a pronghorn, and did I do that? Oh, another secret mechanic that I don't know. But its attack power is equivalent to probably the number of cards I have in my hand. Honestly, why not take another pronghorn? That could make for another good sacrifice fodder, or just being a good unit. Alright, the decrepit woodcarver appeared before you. She moved with a certain vigor. I've read most of that already. And now I could complete my totem, but it would be done with units that I don't have. I have neither insects nor reptiles. Or I could pick another base and hope to get a different head in the future. I think I am just going to take the reptile head and maybe just seek out reptiles in the future so I could have flying reptiles. And now without another word, the wood carver is gone. All right. And they've got deer that do a very specific thing. Oh, I do. Wait, okay, my bullfrog now has flight. Oh, okay. So their elks are guardians. When an opposing creature is placed opposite to an empty space, a card bearing the sigil will move to that empty space. Alright, well, it's simple. I summon the bifurcating stoat first. That's the most damage I can deal right now. Then it's going to move. So it blocks the elk fawn, and then I'll be able to kill the rabbit. But then it's going to die to the next hit. Oh, here's an idea. So what I'm going to do is summon the porcupine to be right here, moving the elk fawn. And this one can't move because the other one's in its place. So now I get some easy attacks. Dodge that. So their elk does not kill my stoat. Very nice. Moving about. Do you think I want to summon the bullfrog here? Where exactly? I think it's just going to be right here. I want the stoat to just attack unopposed. And the bullfrog flies right over the elk anyway. But now it's dead. Okay, what else is in my deck? This thing. Still don't know what it does. Okay, well, I'm about to win with the stoat. So I might as well maybe find out what this does if I place it here. It has 2 attack power. Still doesn't really help me, but 2 attack power is cool. I don't know what the mirror is supposed to mean, but I guess I had 2 mirrors. I'll find that out in the future, I'm sure. Well, what is this? I could get an elk card, a bird card, or an insect card. Or I could refresh. Now, I think this is a one-time use. Let me see. How often do I get that back? So I get a bird, an insect, or... Great refresh. You know, I was hoping for like an insect or maybe a wolf or... No, okay, that's awesome. You know, let's take an insect. The unkillable cockroach, it returns to your hand after dying. By far the best option. That is really nice because that makes for an incredible sacrifice. I can put that on a 1-cost unit and then I will have an undying 1-coster. Now, I mean, this is 4 bones, so sometimes it's free, but I don't always get 4 bones that quickly. I would much rather have it be on a 1-cost. So, why not the tentacles? Undying tentacle sounds like a wonderful fantasy. Another statue mutation. I now have options. Oh, couple interesting options. So this is one where, if it's struck, a tail is created in its place and a card bearing the sigil moves to the right. And this is the 3 blood. Damn, the 3 blood would have been nice if I had put the undying sigil on the bullfrog. I'm still gonna take the 3 blood. 3 blood is awesome with the lizard. So my bullfrog can now be sacrificed to summon a wolf by itself. And then I could take some 3-cost units and more reptiles might make for great sacrifices. So it's time for... Which boss? Oh, it's the Trapper. It's random every time. I thought this would always be the Prospector. That's why I got the Trapper second, because it's random. Well, I took in the familiar sights and scents of the Trapper's pelts, but something was different. The once friendly man now beheld you with a steely gaze. Oh, this is so cool. I'm afraid I must be skinning you today. Bad news is this is a hard boss to beat. Here's how it's gonna go. I'll start with the stoat right here. I will put the bullfrog down right here. So I'll kill off one of his strange frogs. He'll only hit me for 1. Now, I don't want to summon the wolf just yet. Here we go. Moving out of the way, too. Oh, this is a regular bullfrog, not a strange frog. So the regular bullfrog is not going to drop a trap. That means here's how I'm going to play. I'm going to draw from my deck just so I know what I'm dealing with. Pronghorn's interesting. Sacrifice the bullfrog because it's just going to die to a leaping trap anyway. Kill his bullfrog, and my wolf won't die in the future. My stoat does die due to a leaping trap. Wait, what? Oh, wait, the stoat is perfect against the traps because it only kills the unit if it's right in front of it. Man, there's so many nuances of this game I've just been forgetting. Anyways, I do want to get the pronghorn down in the future, so I'll have to draw 2 squirrels. If I don't have to, I don't want to break any of my items, and I should be fine in this fight right now. Thing is, though, I do know what happens in the second phase of this fight. I need pelts, otherwise it's going to be very bad for me. So I need to draw from my deck looking for a 1-coster right now. I got the 1-coster, and it's an undying one, which is perfect. Because what I want to do with this is... No, it doesn't have any attack? Oh! Whatever, I've decided I don't want pelts that badly. So I'm just going to make those attacks, activate the second phase, which might just be brutal. Exquisite pelts, but this cycle must continue. Let's trade. I get 1 free pelt. The board is filled with units, and we trade. But the issue is, anything that I don't take, they keep. Powerful cards, I will only accept the finest pelts for them. Trade for what you can, but know this, the rest will stay and fight for me. So I need something, anything to help me out. Now, thankfully, his stuff is not that powerful. Stink does the creature opposing a card bearing the sigil loses 1 power. I think I have to take the skunk. I would have chosen differently. And why the skunk? It's because what I can do is place it right here. Disabling the Kingfisher and buying me some time against the Mantis. And then the Mole's gonna block some stuff. Actually, I kill that. That's fine. Nothing I have dies. Let me draw from my deck, just see what I'm working with. Right, Porcupine's left. I mean, my board's doing okay. This has 1 now. Why could it have 1? I'm not sure, but I'm glad it does. This is actually still looking very favorable for me. Very nice. We finally killed 1 of my units. That's okay. In its place will be a Porcupine, which will deal 1 damage back to that attacking Mantis, so it will no longer be able to attack. And I should be winning very soon. Haha, goodbye, sucker. And that's a fight well won. I beat the Trapper. That's cool. It seems like there's varying difficulties of the Trapper. This first phase Trapper, or like first boss Trapper, felt easier than the second boss Trapper. Let me relight your candles. Very well. You may choose a rare card. Oh, hell yes. Mole Man. It's a big blocking unit. The Holy Mantis God, a perfect incarnation of terror. And the Amalgam. Canine hooved, reptilian feathered insectoid. The Amalgam is all. Listen, that's cool and all, but the Mantis God. We take the Mantis God because the Mantis is God. Let's go. All right, so what map am I getting this time? Oh, the Undersea one. So I'm going to get the Fisherman as my boss. I'm going to take a certain blood cost of card. Let's see. Oh, and I get the 4-leaf clover back. 1 cost is good. 3 cost is sometimes good. And bone cost. I could use 1 good bone cost to round up my deck. But also, I do have a triple blood sacrifice, so maybe I should take a triple blood unit. The Great White. The Tyrannical Great White. The Master of the Deep. It's a 4/2. And I can summon them just by sacrificing a Bullfrog. How cool is that? My pack was full, but a small critter approach. Thank you for the pack rat. It's always useful. I'm going to go right, maybe to even get a better statue modification, potentially. Let's see. What am I working with? Summon a ringworm and a worker ant. Sure. That's fine. I'll just summon the Porcupine. It's offense and defense at the same time. Oh, God. Got a Mantis on the way. Let's draw a squirrel so I can summon my... this thing. It's still 0 attack. Maybe, it gains 1 attack per turn it exists on the board. I'm not sure. Alright, here's how I'm going to play this. I'm going to go squirrel. I am going to sacrifice this dude, but it's okay. I get him back in my hand. I want the Longhorn so I can attack in both directions. Killing the bee and hurting the worker ant and blocking some stuff here. Saving myself 2 HP. Then I would really like this back, but I don't know if it's going to have... It's going to have 2 now. Awesome. Get a little bit of attack damage in this. His worker ant becomes weaker. Mantis is Mantis. I'll draw from my deck. Oh, but now it's at 0. Or maybe it's equal to... Oh, it's a mirror. It's equal to the attack power of the creature opposing it. Anyways, I can't do anything this turn. That hurts. Not great looking for me. Now, I can't summon this Great White. I'm going to draw from my deck because I'm probably going to use an item here. Well, it should be the Pack Rat, because what I can do a squirrel here. Summon the Pack Rat. I'll just get you going in front of the Mantis. Take you out. I get the potential to make my units flying, and the good news is I only take 1 damage. Not dead yet. Staying in this. Pack Rat's going to keep me alive, and this should deal 1 back at him. I get it now. Might as well summon the Great White, huh? That's a big step up in damage here. 4 compared to 2. Let's go. And I should win this fight. It seems that my opponent has basically given up, so awesome. Alright, so now I reached the Trapper. The Trapper was gone. In deference to his memory, you took only what you could afford. Well, it's funny because I killed him in battle. Nice. Alright, so I get a rabbit pelt for free. Oh. Awkward. It's okay, because I didn't want to trade for a regular rabbit pelt anyway. The copium. I saw the prices were really extreme. Like, really, really extreme. So I don't hate not trading there. I guess I can tolerate having misclicked onto the woodcarver. So I could have elk heads. Because I have a pronghorn. So I could use that in the future. I'm still going to have the 3 blood reptiles. And move on. That's definitely more use to me than anything else I could think of. Here's how it's going to go. I'm going to place the stoat right here just so I get 2 damage. Then it's going to move, which is okay. But it moves to a spot where it can deal 2 damage again. Now the Rattler I can wipe out with the Mirror Dude. So that's alright. We won't be needing you anymore. In the positives. And I dodge the adder. I'll be able to kill it next turn. And now I'm going to summon the pronghorn myself. I have to be very careful. As crazy as this seems, I want to pass. So I'm going to kill the adder, take 1 damage, and I won't take any more this turn. And I will still have a decent follow-up. So it should be okay. Now I can summon the pronghorn. Put it in a spot that kills the Rattler and deals 1 damage. I'm going to deal 2 damage and then get dealt 3. So again, I will live. Just barely. Hanging on by a thread here. Oh no, actually I only get dealt 2. Perfect. That's right, because you moved left, not right. Let me see. Is the attack loss instant? Like, it has 2 attack now, but I assume as soon as the adder dies, yeah, it goes down. It attacked for 0. You tried. All right, now it should be able to wipe them out. Well, Great White's better than any... No, it's not better than these. Let's take it back. It's actually equal. Well, no, it's not. These deal 3, Great White deals 4. Doesn't really matter. See the way this is going. You concede. You may accept my surrender, or you may finish this match the slow way. I'm going to finish it the slow way. So I get 3 damage right now. And then next turn, I'm going to get a lot of damage. And I want to let it play out this way. So that I can get as many extra damage dealt as possible. Just in case, I face the corpse of the Trapper again for any reason. The trader's post was left abandoned because I killed them. As a sign of respect for the strange woman, you took only what you could afford. Alright, so now I trade my single rabbit pelt for something here. Magpie's interesting. Hoarder. When a card bearing the sigil is played, you may search your deck for any card and take it into your hand. That seems quite good. I'm gonna go Magpie, though. I don't think I've had one in my deck before. I get to thin out my deck, removing 1. Excellent. Sacrifice something. What do I think is a not so great card? I have to keep around the 1-cost units. I can never sacrifice a 1-cost unit. I should only be getting rid of expensive ones. The Great White is good. I'm not getting rid of it. I'm more thinking about getting rid of the Wolf. So I will get rid of the Wolf. It's a good card, don't get me wrong, but my deck has a lot of expensive cards as is. And I like this, well, somewhat. I get a free bone to start with, which is kind of useless to me right now. Okay, I got birds that will jump out in front of my stuff. It's the bullfrog. Okay, so I could summon the magpie right away. Oh, they got kingfishers and coyotes coming. That's not so hot. Pronghorn will do for now. Yeah, so let's get down that bullfrog. Get rid of you. Pronghorn's going to go right here, deal 2 damage, then 2 damage, and also I'm going to kill his coyote in the process. Yikes. I mean, Magpie will mean I'll get to draw whatever I want, so maybe I should let that happen. So I'm going to deal 1 damage, and then I'm going to get dealt 3 damage to me. Which is fine, but only barely. Actually, yeah, here's how it's going to go. I see a way to stay alive for now. I've got to sacrifice both squirrels. Oh, that's bad. The sparrow's going to block over here, which is not good because wait, the magpie attacks through the air. The magpie flies. Never mind, this is fine. But the magpie here, I draw something from my deck. Probably Mantis God is the card I'm going to need. Yes, I think that's the one. And then what's going to happen is that I'm only going to deal 2 damage, get dealt 3 back. So to balance this, I need to take out a tooth. So that is 3 for 3. And then I live another turn, and then Mantis God will take me over the edge. Just barely. Okay. So now I'm about to deal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And get dealt 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again. Barely hanging in there. Holy crap. I could go Mantis God right here, though. And then the Pronghorn, well, the Pronghorn's going to go here. If I put the Mantis God here, the Pronghorn's going to move here, which will block the Coyote. So actually, that's kind of a good thing. Yeah, Mantis God, go here. It's perfect. And I'm not going to get dealt 5 damage. I'm going to get dealt 3. Oh, boy, what a game. This is a tense fight. I guess I'll go to my deck. Great White. No, I deal more damage without doing the Great White right now, but next turn I think it'll be worth it. Somehow still in this by some miracle. I guess not next turn, actually. I'm about to deal 4 to their 3, so I'll just draw a squirrel and pass. And I'm going to kill their coyote. This looks good. This looks very, very good. Because now I can go Great White. And that's better than the Pronghorn right now. And then I'll just be in full control of this game. Very nice. That was a tough one. Feels good to come out on top here, though. Absolutely lovely. Yeah, this is certainly tough. All right, I'll get a sacrifice. So I'll get a double sacrifice. That's so good. What can I add to my deck? Another Bullfrog could be nice. Cockroach is insane, though. Or the Stalwart Snapper near impenetrable defense. Oh, man. Cockroach is quite good. I need a single Bones creature, and that's not a bad one, an unkillable one. But Bullfrog is so good if I get 2 of them, because we saw what happens when I combined them. I still think the Cockroach is better, but Bullfrog sacrifices for 3! Here's the downside for Cockroach. If I draw Cockroach early, I'm never getting him out. So I think I want to take the Bullfrog because I have a Bullfrog, and it sacrifices for 3, improving consistency. Sacrifice the Magpie for sure. Its features could be much better served on a 1 cost. Why not a Bullfrog? Sure. Super Bullfrog is amazing. And another sacrifice, thinning out my deck big time. Alright, we could do Pack Rat or Pronghorn. With Pronghorn, I could put the bifurcating Pronghorn on like something that has more attack, like the Great White or the Pack Rat. But if I put it on the Great White becomes basically an insta-kill. As soon as it gets down on the board, it deals 8. I feel like that's the clear choice. And then I can summon this guy pretty easily with my Bullfrogs. So actually, picking the Bullfrog was double right here. Very nice. And bifurcating attacks are great against the Fisherman, which should be nice. A foul smell invaded your nostrils and caused your throat to seize. A hulking man sat by a brackish pond with his feet submerged in the dark water. He pulled a hook from a pile of rotting fish and rose to his feet. I am the angler. Go fish. Very nice. I cannot immediately summon the Great White, but I'm close. I will summon my Stoat, as is a great unit. And I might as well summon Tentacles. It doesn't cost anything for me to place it down. Now, what I'm curious about is that it mirrors the attack of the creature opposing it. What happens if that creature is underground? Hides. I wonder. It does have one attack, and my Stoat is due to get hooked. However, none of that matters, because the Great White is just gonna one-shot him, and it doesn't matter if it looks like it's gonna get hooked. It's going to be perfectly fine, because here, it just resets, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't get hooked. His board gets screwed, go fish. There's a bait bucket in between, but it doesn't matter because my thing attacks to the side, and now we win. Yeah, the Great White just counters the Fisherman so hard. It's perfect. Sure. Your reward, another rare card. Awesome. The Eternal Serpent, death strengthens it forever. Motherfucking Ouroboros. Another Mantis God that still might be better because of the duplicate. Or that filthy feral hog, it becomes incensed when its chimes are struck. Ouroboros is funny. You know, I watched a few other playthroughs of Inscryption after mine. I'm glad I never exploited the Ouroboros, because in the main game, the sole purpose was that it was so powerful, it would force people that did not excel at the card game portion to still get through the story, which is the kindest way possible I can put it. But between these three, I mean, Ouroboros is still great, but listen, if I get duplicate Mantis Gods, if I combine them, it is nuts. Listen, I'm going to skip it. I want to combine Mantis Gods. That just seems so much fun. It has to happen. This is by far the most fun choice. I'm not used to announcing this one. Have you tinkered with the order of my maps, Kaycee? Very well. The sun rose over the sleepy firs. Birds fluttered across the paths of wolves and elk. You were embarking upon the woodlands. Wait, a new area? Here's what I don't know about the trial. If I win the trial, I don't know if the average card I get is stronger than your just average card pick. But the trial's more exciting. Listen, I'm just picking the more exciting options for the fuck of it, but also I'm curious if the trial offers me more powerful cards because I have to pass a trial. Trial of Blood, the 3 drawn cards must cost at least 4 blood combined to pass. The Trial of Wisdom, the 3 drawn cards must have at least 3 sigils among them to pass. With the Trial of Power, the 3 drawn cards must have at least 4 attack power combined to pass. Sigils, maybe? I have 2, 3, 1, 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 1. It's gotta be sigils then. Oh, wait, no, I always win the sigils because I have no 0 sigils. Easy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Incredible. You have passed. Wolf, I mean, that's quite good. Magpie with Dam Builder. When a card bearing the sigil is played, a dam is created on either empty adjacent space. A dam is defined as 0 power, 2 health, or a bullfrog. So, to be honest, these do feel more powerful than your average card choice. I mean, they have sigils on them, so this was well worth it. Both the Magpie and the Bullfrog intrigue me. I mean, the Bullfrog gets played for free, and I can sacrifice it as a 3 cost. Or the Magpie, again, has that search through your deck for stuff. I mean, Magpie lets me draw into the nuts. Into the nuts, I say. So I would like to draw into the nuts. I'll go to pack refresh. I can get a rock that gets me out of hard place, a squirrel in the jar, or flight. I already have flight, so I'll take a squirrel in the jar for the flexibility. This is shaping up to be a good fight. Just got a mole and pronghorn. I should put the Mantis God in a place where it won't get sniped by the pronghorn, eh? Which should be right here. Let go. So there it goes. Here's the play I'm going to make. I'm going to take a squirrel. I'm going to take a squirrel and then replenish with the pack rat. Now, I think I want to kill the pronghorn, just so it doesn't kill my Mantis God. I will deal 3 damage to it this way. I get a frozen possum. That's fine. Mantis God must live. Oh god, that's a lot of stuff. Scary. I'll take a squirrel. I want to make my way towards Magpie. I don't think I need to play frozen possum. We'll see if that changes, though. And yeah, it's still looking pretty positive. My Mantis God lives another day, but Porcupine might say something about that. Okay, I need to draw something better from my deck. Yeah, so Magpie isn't going to happen. Stoat? Unfortunately, not what I was looking for. I guess I could win with Flight right now. I think I should do that. This fight is looking a little scary. It's not often you have Flight make a difference. So give them Flight, jump over the units, and that should be enough damage to win. Why complicate things when you can make them simple? That's awfully scary, though. That's a tougher fight than I anticipated. Makes me nervous for the future. All right, we're back at the Trapper. This time, I would maybe like a Wolf Pelt for 12. I couldn't get a Golden Pelt. That's so expensive, but that's fine. Wolf Pelts gets me slightly better purchases. Oh, and I do want the Mycologist. I want that so bad. We're going left. Combine my Mantis Gods. And another statue, potentially. Don't really care for any of this, to be honest. I mean, I'll stick with the 3-cost reptiles. Just take a wolf head. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Let's carry on. Okay, rabbit and wolf pelt aren't going to do too much right now, except for block. Here's how it's going to go. This looks a little dumb, but I'm going to hide my Mantis God behind this stump, so I can kill the coyote in a future turn. And then what I'll just do right now is block, well, the both of these to save myself a little bit of HP. Yeah. So I get a free damage. I'll kill the coyote next turn. Eventually, I'll kill that stump. And I'm going to draw through my deck just to see what I'm working with. A pack rat in the future seems nice. Because freaking Porcupine always rooting my Mantis God plays. Damn. I think I need to go Frozen Possum then with the way this is panning out. So, right here you go. Eternally block the coyote. Ouch. I do want the pack rat to be played. I could sacrifice Mantis God for it. Maybe I shouldn't kill the stump, because then he summons a coyote, and that's quite bad for me. So your time has come, Mantis God. I think I need you. I need another item. Ooh, bones, which is not useful for my deck. I do need to add something that costs bones eventually. That alpha that's going to spawn is going to be very unfortunate. Ooh, I'll be able to summon him next turn. So right now, we'll just let it ride. Yeah, that's going to hurt, though. Get a possum. Not too bad. And I will take my own bullfrog. What to draw with it is the question. Well, I could draw something that instantly wins me the game. Or at least comes close to it. I could draw the Great White. Actually, this is the combo. This is the combo. Unfortunately, it doesn't win, but it comes close. It gets rid of so much of their stuff. Say goodbye to everything. Goodbye to all that. That's what the overkill does. It kills the units behind it. Stay alive and live to see another day. What else is in my deck? Another Mantis God. Well, surely this should be winning. I don't like where the Great White is, to be honest, though. So placing the Mantis God here kind of sucks. But it doesn't really matter. It's going to end next turn regardless. So I might as well just get 3 damage in right now. But I could get more damage next time around, so I don't know. Maybe it was poorly calculated. Yeah, it's a win. Love to see it. Make my way to the Mycologist. Yes, yes, yes. Tenacious Skink. It moves over when attacked, leaving his tail behind. The Skunk reduces the strength of the enemy, and the Magpie can fetch any card in my deck. So I think I take the Skink again because it can be sacrificed for 3 blood. And it's also a pretty good defensive unit. So, on to here. Time to make a Super Mantis God. They would like to experiment. Yes, yes, and yes. Ho, 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 ho. It now does 6 damage as soon as I plop it down on the field, which is an instant win in some cases. I now have 1 Mantis God, but is it stronger? Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, yes, it is. I hope I get to just destroy with it right now. Okay, I don't. I get a Stoat at least. That's worth something. Now, okay, that's going to be pretty brutal, huh? Let's get the Stoat down. Maybe make my way over to a pack rat. Oh, good God. That's scary. So I'm gonna need to magpie my way into a mantis god, I think. Just draw a squirrel. Am I dead, though, is the question. I kill both of these, and then I get hit for 6. So here's how it's got to go, then. I've got to play the squirrel, summon the magpie, and it will be a useful blockade as well. I will get my mantis god from the deck. If only had 3 attack. 3 attack would be perfect. I still have to play this. I have no choice. Plop it down here. Keep me in the game just a little while longer. 1 overkill. Oh, that's even worse than I thought. Oh, I get hit for 1 right away. Oh, no. I mean, it makes sense, but I guess you don't think about that often. But the bad news is there's nothing in my deck that saves me. I don't have any free cards. So the only hope I have is that maybe I actually can sacrifice a dam. Nope. And I guess I lose a candle. Tough. Very tough. Oh, man. So I need to get that mantis god very early, I'm finding. How disappointing. I mean, if that's just the way it is, that's the way it is. Okay, what was this one again? Oh, the trader. Oh, okay. That's right, the trader that's kind of deceased. At least I get good stuff here. Do I finally take something that costs bones? I think I have to. I mean, cockroach is pretty nutty. And, you know, bat's probably good too. I think I go cockroach instead, though. I think this is just very versatile. With the wolf pelt, I get something better. Another cockroach. Sparrow's not so great. So it's got to be either the cockroach or the alpha. I'm going to go with the alpha. Bifurcation is always good. That might win me a game. And plus, it's another boner. Now, let me look at my deck. Do I have sacrifices I want to make? I could sacrifice Magpie, put it on something else. I could sacrifice Pack Rat and put it on something else. The other option is go to the campfire, buff the attack of one of my bifurcating units, giving me another potential early lead, because that's 4 damage right from the get-go. And I still get a sacrifice, which I think is good enough. Hopefully it's not health. Hopefully it is attack. Yes, it is power. The warm light of a campfire was a welcome sight. There were the 10 hungry eyes around it dampened the greeting. Warm a creature by the fire, enhance its power, said 1. I think it'll be the Stoat. It will be the Stoat. Now, here's the thing. Keep it right there. The creature could become more powerful. The survivors look hungrier by the second. Could I push my luck here? Because then the Stoat becomes an insta-kill as soon as I put it down. I think I need it. I feel pretty weak right now. I think I push my luck. Please don't own me. Survivors were right about the flames. They had enhanced the creature's power. Spotting a few of the survivors drooling, you made a hasty retreat with your Stoat. Okay, I won the risk. I think I won the coin flip or whatever the odds were. Onto a sacrifice and then the Prospector. Hell yes. So it's either the cockroach or the pack rat. I mean, pack rat costs 2. I don't like 2 costers. Cockroach I'm usually going to play for free. So let's go pack rat here. Get rid of that. Put it on. Putting on cockroach is interesting. Because if I get multiple cockroaches, I could get multiple pack rats. That sounds pretty good. I'm going to do that. Infinite pack rats. Infinite items. We'll see how it actually pans out. On to the Prospector. Hopefully I get one of my early insta-kills, but then it's going to die. 'Twas the Prospector. Hee-haw. Yeah. Actually, I think I want the Undying creature early. Ooh, or the Great White. Actually, wait a second. No, let me do the Mantis God first, because I could summon the Great White, but I don't need it right now. Let me go Mantis God first, just right here, and it's here so it can block the wolf's attack after it gets turned into gold. It's already tipping the scales. Goodbye, Mantis God. You've served me well. Incredible. Gold have struck gold. Oh, and that goes away. Wait, I just win. I did not realize his board gets cleared. His turn gets cleared. I just straight up win. It's so good. It's so good. Bifurcating Great White. Making it through the 3 bosses. For some reason, I thought this would be a new boss, but I didn't know the first area was called the Woodland. I guess that's what he was talking about when he was like, oh, I don't usually introduce it. Well, my lives are restored. I assume it's time for the moon fight now. But not before a rare card. Pack Rat, don't like it. Child 13 is interesting. Doesn't die when sacrificed, but do I have the heart to try? Or a strange larva, a largely unimpressive specimen. So Child 13 gains attack if you sacrifice it, but then loses attack if you sacrifice it again. It like kind of goes back and forth. Strange larva levels up into like a 7 attack creature, but it takes 3 turns. But it might still be good. It might still be good. I might have a chance to be able to build up the strange larva. So I'm going to take it. Okay. Here we go. It's the moon portion. Yes, I know. Ooh, Leshy Boss looks sweet. I'm going to sacrifice the thin out my deck. Mostly. I want to draw to my few good cards. So what I'm getting rid of, I'm not this one. Perhaps the Porcupine can be placed on something with more HP. Of course, I don't have many options, but it could just be Strange Larva that has 3 HP. Because then that way, it can also be a defensive unit while it's powering up. I think that's the play. It's not amazing, but it's fine. 3 is more HP than 2. So time for this section. Do I still have the trials? No, I go right into the fight. Oh, wait, so the ringworm has a bit less of a purpose. I hope you are adequately prepared. Oh, God. Wait, this is going to be tough then. I don't think my deck is that good. Perhaps one more to be safe. Yeah, this dude has 3 health bars. That's how you know it's the final boss. Oh, my God. Okay, but I got a good draw of Bullfrog. Skink is solid, too. Mantis God incoming. Okay, so I could instantly get down my Great White. I think I would like to do that. I would like to instantly get down the Great White. Let's do it. The Mole Man's going to be a little annoying, but it's okay. It just keeps him safe for an extra turn. Why didn't I build another unit? That was silly. That was incredibly silly. For some reason, I thought that's all I could do, but no, I still have a squirrel. Okay, well, good news is I'm about to do some good things. Between these, I will actually draw from my deck. Well, yes, I will draw from my deck. Just because, yeah, I wanted to get to the cockroach. I want to play the cockroach. What is this? Hourglass. To the user, your adversary will entirely skip their next turn. That's insane. Okay. Well, I'm going to put down the squirrel and get the strange larva down so it can start leveling up. Hopefully it's not too slow. And I'm scared if he's going to destroy my stuff, so I'm going to use the hourglass right away. I'll pass my next turn, because Great White isn't going to completely end the turn. I'm obligated to pass, but now it will end it. Again, draw through my deck just so I have options. Alpha, that can go down eventually. Doesn't need to right now. So there goes 1 health bar. I capably endured the onslaught of rare creatures, but the true challenge was forthcoming. Shadowy figures appeared before you. Their eyes glimmered a recognition of kinship, but colored by guilt. They were betraying you. Cody and Sean. Okay, so this is not my card. Funny. And now I have Mothman. Okay, so I one-hit kill him. I'm going to take a squirrel this time. And I'm just going to stall it out. Okay, my deck is better than I thought. 2 health bars down. Now, I hope the moon is buffed. Please. This damned moon is dramatic, yes, but it provides no value to my board, I wonder. Oh, I hope it's more powerful. This has to be a good fight. It has 4 sigils. Now that is value. From my... I'll draw from my deck. Bullfrog's good. What is this new sigil? A card bearing the sigil is immune to the effects of touch, of death, and stinky. Okay, so it can't have its attack decreased, and it cannot be one-shot. So that is quite cool. So it makes sense to me to still get down this Bullfrog. There's nothing too special about it. My Great White will survive its attacks, which is awesome. And Mothman deals a ton. Oh, this is phenomenal. Big damage here. So, welcome back, Cockroach. Oh, this is looking good, actually. Again, draw from my deck. Maybe not. Stoat. Also, I'm just going to go Cockroach again. Give me another item. Pliers is good to know. Then, I can sacrifice the Bullfrog for the Stoat. Seems like a much stronger play. It deals 6 damage. And actually, that kills the moon. Okay. You really destroyed the moon. I just had a strong deck. It has to get stronger every time, right? I suppose all that's left is to finish me off. Go on. Yeah. That should be a win, hopefully. Okay, it's cool that the moon has the anti-cheese. And there we go. That's a win. 14 misplays this time. I'm getting better. The more misplays, the better you are, of course. So that's sweet. And what I wanted to look at is, I assume... Oh, okay, entry number 1. Okay, I need to write this down now so I don't go to sleep and tell myself I dreamt it. Oh, and what the... I'm working late and testing the latest build, and out of nowhere, the angler starts freaking out. Like, he pulled something up out of the river with his hook, then he gets up and walks. There is no walk animation for this character, WTF. He walked right into the cabin. I followed him in and couldn't find him. The Leshy had some new dialogue lines that I cannot find in the dialogue file. He said something about some old data and how the angler served him well or something. I'm so tired that I'm already wondering if I made this up. Interesting. So we get a little lore with every win. And there's new cards unlocked. A Wild Bull, which is a moving card, and a Cuckoo is airborne, and when it's played, an egg is created on the opposing space. Odd. Okay, and a challenge unlock. Boss totems. Boss battles are also totem battles. So boss battles become harder, and that gives me 15 challenge points. So what I wanted to look at is now there's a 2 here. I assume that next time I need 20 challenge points. And that is what I will take on next time. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. A harder challenge is coming next time. I'm excited to see what else this game has. Have a wonderful day and peace.